everybody, it's Kathy Banfield. I'm on my art page today. And today we're going to talk about Curve to Fit. That is another Neuro and mid-century inspired piece of art. First I'm going to try to get my earrings in. These are really cute. These are from a local artist that I know. I have a tendency to buy her artwork. Or her jewelry. This is her artwork. Does anybody ever have problems getting hoops in? These little hoopy things can be a pain in the neck. Let's try this one. How was your Halloween? I had a good one. Didn't have many kids. There you go. Did not have many kids coming through this year, but I typically don't. We had 3. I had 2 princesses and one costume that I really couldn't figure out, so I just said they look great. So today we're going to talk a little bit about my drawing Curve to Fit, if I can get this earring in. This is silly. All right, we're gonna have one earring and one not. All right, everybody, grab a cup, tea, coffee, soda, water, whatever you got, and let's talk Woven Whispers. All right, this is a piece that we're gonna talk about today. Definitely has a cool vibe. I really, really like this piece. It's got yellows, purples, dark mulberry, a little bit of green. This piece, to me, is very simple. This is about adjusting and bending. You know how life throws you curveballs? Or you feel like you're on a roller coaster? All these lines going up and all over the place. That's exactly what this means to me. All right. I want to talk a little bit about what the Woven Whispers collection is, just for anybody that's tuning in and really hasn't seen any of the other reels or videos. This collection is about Neuro-inspired and mid-century inspired art. You can see some of the drawings behind me. They all have emotion and from color and the drawing themselves that are very relatable to just everyday life, just everyday people, everyday emotions, anger, sorrow, happiness, joyfulness. They all talk and say something. They all speak. These all started with just a pen and paper. Nothing special, nothing fancy. I wasn't expecting to even create anything like this. I mean, this just came from me sitting down and going, how do I feel today? Really simple. Maybe throwing on, some people ask, do I listen to music while I'm doing these? And yeah, sometimes I do listen to rock. I personally prefer anything with a beat. If it's got a beat, I'm down to listen to it. I'll even listen to disco. I mean, it all has a place, especially when you're drawing. Sometimes the beat actually helps the pen move across the paper, and I guess you could say the pen is the beat of the drawing, or pencil, crayon. I had another question here that that somebody asked, and that was, what surprised you most when I was making this drawing? And I guess what surprised me most was when I stepped back and just really looked at all of the drawings that I had together. And you can tell I'm Italian. I talk with my hands, I'm sorry. Gets in the way in front of the camera. Just my Italianness coming out. When I stepped back, it really made sense to me. Every single piece had something to say. Between the color and the drawing itself, you could tell that there was an emotion, a mood, and a vibe behind it. Whether it was Neuro-inspired or whether it was mid-century inspired, you really could tell there was something there. And that kind of surprised me because I didn't start out to make a collection. I just started out to draw and to like relax and to just let go of my mood from the day. So that was cool. I thought that was really cool when I realized that. And that's why I decided I wanted to make it go public and let other people see and have some of the same feelings and emotions and moods. You know, you just never know what piece of art will relate to somebody. And the other thing, like I mentioned before, people asked, you know, what kind of mood in music helped me create? Well, the music always has a beat. The mood, I don't know. I can pick up a pen at any time. I don't think I have to be in a mood. I think I just have to have spare time and a clear mind. You know, that kind of thing. All right, back to Curve to Fit. Let me take a drink first. So, Curve to Fit is really inspired just by everyday mood, everyday life, natural, how you make small shifts. You know, 1 minute you're wearing the babysitter hat, the next minute you're wearing I gotta be a cook, the next minute you gotta get all dressed up and go to work, the next minute you're coming home and you want to go out with the girls or the guys, the next minute you have to help one of your kids with a project, and it's of course 8 o'clock at night and somebody just said, hey, I need help. The next minute, you know, somebody calls on the phone and you need to listen to what they're saying. You need to be the listener tonight. And this went through all of this piece, all of the things that you connect with on an everyday life. You know, and that's what I found it so interesting. I mean, the colors are really not slammed against each other. They're very soothing. And part of that is, you know, in general, everyday life, you're just seamlessly floating from one piece to the other. Whether you're a mom, you're single, you're married, own your own business, work for somebody, it really doesn't matter. Most people seem to seamlessly move through their daily commitments. Sometimes they don't, and my other pieces of art reflect that, where you're just jacked against one thing to the next. And I guess this is a reminder that it's actually okay to bend. You know, it's okay to go from one thing to the next thing. Not everybody's life is just one smooth, roller coaster ride. You know, you're not always on that smooth plane, driving down the road and everything's just all honky-dory. It's not straight lines. It's curved. And it's curved to fit. Well, my name is Kathy Banfield. If you're interested in asking any questions... Oh, wait. I forgot one more thing. I wanted to talk about the Dorland's wax. This is a really cool product. It's a little technical talk, but I think it's worthwhile mentioning. This waterproofs your artwork. It seals it against dirt and dust. Even though it may be in a frame with glass, it will still protect your artwork. It actually amplifies and increases the intensity of the color in the drawing. So I just thought I'd mention that. Some people don't, but talk about their technical stuff. But I thought you might find it interesting. So, okay, now I'm done. Again, Kathy Banfield. If you have any questions about any of the prints behind us or the originals behind me, let me know. And you can make a comment. You can message me, respond to any of the other posts that I have, because right now I have a lot of posts about Woven Whispers on my page and in my group, even on my Instagram. I also put this on YouTube if you like YouTube. So take it easy, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.